Hello everyone, my name is Ritesh Chugh and I am pleased to be here talking to Chinna Jeeyar Swamy ji. And I'm not a professional reporter. I approached Chinna Jeeyar Swamy ji last night and I was driving him. And on my way back, I requested, because there were a few questions that were raised in the congregation yesterday in the Equality Day event. In fact, some of the questions that I have today are from people in the event. And Swamiji, obviously, welcome to Melbourne first.
Thank you.
The cold weather has accompanied you, although Delhi wasn't so cold.
We are always cool.
You felt the warmth of Modi ji, and we are grateful that you came to Melbourne straight away after receiving the Padma Bhushan, because I must emphasize that Swamiji has not even gone back to his Hyderabad ashram, so we were lucky to have him first. So Swamiji, thank you so much. How does it feel to be awarded with the Padma Bhushan?
So happy. Anything comes free, don't say no to that.
Anything that comes free, don't say no to it. But Swamiji, I was listening to your speech the other day, and I'm very grateful that you acknowledged the volunteers. In fact, in your speech, you said, it's an award not for you, it's an award for the volunteers. And that speaks of your graciousness and the ability to pass on those values to your volunteers. So, thank you so much.
It is, Hanuman went to Lanka, met with Sita, and Sita expressed her doubt. Is it possible for Rama or for Vanaras to relieve me from this, very painful situation? Then Hanuman said, Ma, I'm a very small guy in the monkeys who are with Sugriva. Mattaha prityavara kaschit nasti Sugriva sannidhau. Because when anybody sends a person to a place like this, Lanka, they send some very ignorable guy. Even if he loses, then we are not losing anything. Only such kind of persons only are sent to this kind of places. So Sugriva chose me to be here, and I am here. I did this much of thing, means you can imagine how others, if come, they can do here. And you are really, will be released from this place. This is what he said. So also for me, there are thousands and millions of volunteers all over the world who are extending their wonderful services with a spirit of volunteerism, and which probably was recognized by the officials and by the government, and which wanted to give us the award. So the award is not really for me. It is for all those volunteers who extensively did wonderful service day in and out. But they are very busy with their services. They didn't find time to go and receive the award. They wanted some small guy to receive that. And they found me and said, go and receive on our behalf. We did it.
Swamiji, I think that is your humility to even say that you've done nothing. Let me be blunt in saying that we all wouldn't be here, we all wouldn't be watching neither this program nor listening to you if it wasn't for all the great work that you've done. You said you've got millions of followers worldwide. Now for all of those millions of followers who are going to be watching this telecast, here is a thank you from Swamiji. You've heard yourself. Swamiji is passing on that award to you. He's clearly said the award is for you. So I think a clap to all of you viewers who are going to be watching this. But I think I want to move away from the serious question to something, but Swamiji's got something to say before that, so I'll hand over the mic to him.
When you got an award, you got a responsibility, answerability, accountability for the services that you're doing. So far, Nobody asked you how much and what and how you're doing the things. But now, after receiving the award, you will be having the responsibility of properly reciprocating to the society. And you know, we are like a car. You are the real wheels moving the car. But when the wheels move faster, nobody says wheels are running. Everybody says, what a wonderful car it is. What a wonderfully it is, you know, it's running. Right? We are the car. We are the dome. But all the volunteers are the wheels. They are the ones running all through the road, in the dust, in the dirt, in the stones, in the thorns, the rains, and in hot summer, and so on and so forth. But credit comes to the car only, to us only. But remember, if some tire is flat, they don't say car. They say only the tire. Though the criticism goes to the wheel, but the credit comes to the car. So also the award came to given to us, but the credit is yours, all the volunteers.
Thank you.
So we are having more responsibility to do our services with more attention, with more precision, and with more accuracy. Let us do that.
So let's just remember three words: APA, attention, precision, and accuracy. In fact, I think Swamiji has given a good message there. Let's just remember the three words: APA. Swamiji, I think that's what we'll be promoting to our viewers as well. And you know, it actually leaves like a memorable three letters that your volunteers can also remember. Now with that, I'm going to move on to some hopefully fun questions. I'm not sure, but I'll let you decide that.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
Swamiji, do you ever go shopping?
Yeah, we did. We go to shops where there are wonderful tools for the children. So when we started the school for tribals in Allampalli, a place in the Adilabad district of Telangana, then we wanted to find what kind of tools available for those children to understand more. And then we found some kind of books where they have given the wonderful things like the anatomy of the body and the structure of the bones, the movement of the nerves and the blood flowing system, and also the muscles formation, etc. We found such a kind of books and maps, different types of maps that educate the children. So instead of sending somebody, we went to those places and we found those pictures and we purchased them and we delivered them to learn this kind of. So that kind of shopping we always do.
Interesting. So as you can see, Swamiji evaded the fact about materialistic shopping. It was more about
shopping for knowledge and spreading that knowledge to others. So thank you, Swamiji. We really appreciate that response.
Most welcome.
Now, I had a question, and that question came from the congregation yesterday, but I think I've heard that from a lot of people. How do you look so young? When you were here last time, you looked the same. When I saw you before also, you looked the same, and you still look the same. So what is the Guru mantra for that?
Don't do bad things.
Okay, so
Don't
do bad things.
Don't think bad things. Always receive everything positive. You are always young.
So the message is positivity. Don't do bad things, don't think bad things. And I'm repeating this for the audience because I want you to resonate with what Swamiji has said and actually imbibe it as a daily habit. So Swamiji, I think I'm going to move on to a question that is more subtle in ways of looking after your health. So what would be 3 tips that you will give the viewers for looking after their health?
Eat good food, and anything that comes, don't think it is unnecessary for you.
And any wages you are doing, do with joy.
Joy and positivity are key messages that are emerging here. So as you can see,
Eating good food.
and eating good food. Well, as far as food is concerned, you can see me, and you can judge for yourself. So, Swamiji, how was it to meet Modi ji?
It was nice because we never think that anybody came from the heaven and nobody is bad. When you are with a purpose and when you want really to be executed, and everyone is good. When we met with Modi ji for the first time in 2016 on July 17th, and we wanted some time to invite him to inaugurate the Statue of Equality. And then the office has given 8 minutes time to meet with him. And we said, that's okay. After all, it's only just inviting them. So, and we went and we sat down with him and started talking to him, explaining to him about what Ramanuja is and what he really did and how it impacted the society. And it was 48 minutes. And in between, 2-3 slips came from other officers, but he said, and then he understood all that with keen interest. That made me to understand that he's not just a person casually takes the things. He is pretty keen about knowing the things in a realistic way. And when he understands, he goes deep into them also. So he understood more about it. And to our surprise, for the first time in the history of Bharat, the Prime Minister from the prestigious Red Fort during 2016, while addressing the Independence Day, he spoke about Ramanuja and he mentioned the name of Ramanuja 4 or 5 times. So he really understood that, and it impressed him. Then during 2017, a stamp for 25 rupees was released on Ramanujacharya Swamiji. During that time, he spoke about Ramanuja and his activities, what was done, and what Dr. Ambedkar wrote about Ramanuja for about 40 minutes plus. And all that information was so nice and very appropriate. So then we thought how deep he involves and finds out the points. While talking to him at the first occasion, we gave a small sentence that even Dr. Ambedkar was quoting Ramanuja. This is all what we have given him. Yeah. But through his own sources, then he found that Dr. Ambedkar was running a magazine called Vaikrit Bharat. And in 1927, June 3rd, he wrote an editorial in that magazine, it seems. And he found that magazine, and then he got that editorial, and all that was written by him in that editorial was informed by Modi during that stamp release event on May 1st of 2017. So he's very, very curious in knowing the realistic things. Probably that is the reason during this Amrita Mahotsav of Azadi, all the backstories of who really fought for the country, what are their stories and histories, were brought out. Till now, I think 50 years celebration was conducted, 60 years celebration was probably was not conducted, passed. But nobody talked about 50 years of independence, 60 years of independence, 70 years of independence. Nobody spoke about that. When the 75 years of independence became a very universal activity. And people came to know how many people fought for the independence, how many people really gave with their lives and so on and so forth. That was not known to the world at all, even to Indians. Probably many of the things were not known to many people. All these came out because of his interest in that issue. So he was a nice person. I think because of him today, India at the world dais is able to raise her head and proudly say, I am Bharat.
Thank you, Swamiji. Interesting thing that I picked up was an 8-minute meeting that went for 48 minutes in itself speaks for two great charismatic leaders sitting and talking about things that have everything to do with Bharat. Because one of the things that I've always observed, Swamiji keeps referring to India as Bharat. And every time I hear those words, it just feels great. It feels powerful. So I think there's definitely lessons, and one of the things Swamiji emphasized is on history and knowing about the importance of history. Obviously, all of the events that happened as part of Azadi Ka Mahotsav last year were linked. A lot of events were linked to history, and it's important that we as Indians or people who've originated from India learn more about our history and join the pieces and dots together. With that, I'm going to go to my next question. Swamiji, what's your favorite car, Swamiji?
That takes us to the goal.
Okay, interesting. So Swamiji said a car that takes us to a goal. So Swamiji, I was listening to your speech, and you referred to a Maruti 800 and you referred to a Rolls Royce. So now the question is, if you had to choose between the two, what would you choose?
Same answer. That takes us to the goal.
So there you go. That again, it's about getting from point A to point B. I often, when I'm talking to people, I often say it's always about efficiency, and Swamiji is emphasizing that as well, which is great.
The goal is more important than the show up. Yeah. So, see, I want to reach a goal, I want to reach a place, and if somebody brings, something, a very costly car, still it is okay. Or somebody brings, a bullock cart, still it is okay. Why to, either hate or praise the vehicle? After all, it's a vehicle that takes you to from A to B.
Swamiji, do you have a favorite cricket player, given that India, or cricket is treated like a kingdom in itself? There's a great craze about cricket in India. So do you have a favorite cricket player?
We love all the cricket players of India because no single cricket player able to win the game, able to get the success if the team is not there. And one team gets success inspires the other. Seeing the team, one is not able to get the inspiration, that he won't be able to play at all. So it's not a single person's effort that makes anything to bring the credit. It's a team play. So I appreciate all our cricket team players who always makes India feel proud since 1983.
So, Swamiji, actually, that takes me to a linking question. When was the last time you actually saw a cricket match?
Most of the times we don't find any time to watch the cricket, matches. because our activities are something different. But the people around us, of course, they are very much fascinated to watch, understand, and involve. They keep informing us the details of what's happening. And whenever we find time, not wasting the other activities, yes, we listen to those details. And whenever just we are in the move, like we are just traveling in a car, imagine during the time, then probably sometimes if they show, we see that also.
So this is for all you cricketers who are actually going to be watching this at any stage. And if this ever reaches you, Swamiji believes in team effort. And like he said, whenever he has time, he watches all of you. So, and also, next time you're in Hyderabad, please visit the Statue of Equality. That takes me to the next question, Swamiji. And this came from a child I was talking to yesterday. And the child was more curious, and please pardon my ignorance as well, about Tridandi and its meaning. The child's question was actually not about the meaning. That is more for me. I'm also a child, learning still. The child's question was, how do you take the Tridandi in the plane?
There's no problem at all. Because it's when it's gone through the screening process, there won't be any kind of objection for that. All they want to make sure that there are no diamonds inside.
And Swamiji, could you please tell us a bit about the Tridandi, please?
So, we are in a world where we see so many things all around. But there is something invisible, what we call as I. This is present in every living organism. So, that I is called Atma. And whatever just we see in different forms, like a man or an animal or a bird or a tree or a mountain, water, whatever it is, moving and non-moving, animated and inanimate objects, all these are called nature. And I, whomever we say I or he, she, all these are called Atmas. A few schools of thought say that the world is illusionary, nature is nothing, soul is also nothing, is illusionary, only something one is there. But the way the concept, where school of thought says, nature is so true, so also the existence of the souls is so true. And there is one single power behind all these souls and the nature that runs the entire show of this universe. And that is also true. So there are three realities: the existence of the nature, existence of the soul, so the life inside, and existence of the supreme controller of this entire universe. All these three are three realities. So we hold the three danda to talk that these three are always real. Be a realistic person in the life. Don't say something illusion and start doing things in your own way.
So let Swamiji recite that, and maybe I can accompany him. I'm not good in singing, but Swamiji was much better than me.
Hey.
And he's...
Listen.
Sorry.
Don't you want them to watch again and again? They run away.
See, Swamiji, that song, your example was resonating with Bharat. Because, your example that you gave was about Bharat. We'd really like for the viewers to listen to that song in the context of Bharat.
That is true, but I'm not a singer. I'm a speaker.
My voice isn't too good, but I'll still try. मेरे देश की धरती सोना उगले हीरे मोती मेरे देश की धरती. And I think we all have to be proud to be coming from India in different countries, whether you're in Australia, whether you're watching this in United Kingdom, United States. I think we're all proud of our heritage. Swamiji didn't want to sing the song because he's given us his reason. But Swamiji, how about a one-line mantra that you'd like people to regularly recite?
Usually we say only one mantra, that is Narayana mantra. But for the common listeners, we would like to say another mantra in 3 lines. We all live, but we need to know what is the art of living. Sharing is the art of living. And living is the art of praying. And praying is the art of loving. And loving is the art of sharing. And then sharing is the art of living. It's a cycle.
Praying, loving, sharing were key messages. So Swamiji, one last question and we're done after that. What's one message you'd like to give to all JET volunteers who are going to be watching this and others also in the communities who will be watching this video?
It's a very tough question. One message in single line, what it would be? We have a goal in the life. That's not just earning and enjoying. We see the trees. They never keep a fruit for them. They give away everything for others. We see the rivers. They never flow for themselves. They flow for others. We see the clouds. They never keep a liter of water for them. They give away everything for others. Sharing should be the goal of our life, not the mukti. Mukti comes on its own when you live like a man. So be able to share good things always with others.
Swamiji, thank you so much for your time. It has really been my privilege and I cannot thank you enough. If you didn't like any of my questions, please accept my humble apologies. And I really mean that. Thank you so much. And to all of you who are watching this telecast, please follow us on the JET Melbourne page. We are a large group. We have, I think, a good social media page happening as well. So thank you everyone for watching and Jai Shriman Narayana.
Jai